What's up, everyone? What's up, tennis world? It's the first time ever doing this live on YouTube channel. I'm so excited. Actually, first time I discovered how to do it, and this is because I had to, change it to Google Chrome, not to use the Safari. So that was the trick. And I would like to talk about uh, Australian Open today. So let's see, what are your thoughts on all the matches so far and on the matches that are going on right now. And at the moment, it's who is playing at the moment?
Medvedev against the
Oh yeah, Wawrinka is leading against Medvedev. So I think that's a very interesting match to watch, and also you can see many things there, learn. If you pay close attention, not just looking at the ball. This is what I always say. I tell my players, when you watch matches, on TV or internet, don't just look at the ball. Look at the players. Look at their movement. And their shot selections and some details. This is where you actually learn the most. So let's see what you guys up to, where you're from. I would like to hear different things about you, and maybe you share your interests and what kind of videos you would like to see in the near future, and definitely talk about Australian Open in general. So I would write the comment. I don't know if I can pin the comment, but so you can always see it. But anyways, I will keep repeating it. So what's your prediction for this Australian Open? Who plays in semi-finals and scores? Okay, let's get a bit more specific. So because obviously at the moment I think tomorrow quarterfinals start, so I would like to see what are your predictions for the quarterfinal matches, who will play in the semifinals, and what will be here going on. Hello to California, hello to Germany, Colombia. Wow, that's great. And here, hello from Shanghai, China. It's a bit sad weather, and the situation with this virus, so we all like kind of staying safe at home, and the government closed most of the things this week, so there is no work, but luckily for me, I can still keep making the videos at home and keep sharing many things with you guys. And this morning, actually around 6 a.m., I just uploaded the latest videos. The latest video, it's my training with Tennis Sangren. And so let's see. Do you think Thiem can win his maiden Grand Slam here? Thanks, Chris Nasai. I can call you Chris. That's a good question. I honestly didn't think about that. But I saw that he really dominated in a match against Gael Monfils. So he's into the quarters now. Yes, I mean, all of these guys, I think they have a shot. Like all of this, who get into the quarters, they get so much confidence there. And of course, the big three, they have the most experience on this level, when they play this kind of matches. But I would say, in my opinion, definitely Nola is the favorite, and I can see him playing, finals against Nadal. It can be like an amazing match. But again, any player here can make a surprise. I just went to Australian Open for the first time, and now I want to start playing tennis. Always enjoyed it, but I don't know what gear to buy. Murphy, that's awesome. I'm super happy for you that you discovered this this game, this tennis world. For the gear, honestly, I don't think it's so important. You just gotta start. Just get some basics. Make sure that you have tennis shoes. I think that's the most important so you protect your ankles and get some good racket. Maybe Wilson is would do fine. Head, Babolat, any of those. I think it's just a personal preference. Even though I've been playing with Wilsons the whole life. Austin, Texas. Hello for Austin. And no, Roger is going. That's quite possible. Also, it's going to be very interesting to watch today later. I would really looking forward to that one. I want to watch it. 4, maybe 5 sets. Oh, so you're voting for Roger beating Tennis in a close match, okay? Rafa team, Nolan Fed. That's a pretty good prediction. And Chris saying, I think Djokovic was versus Federer. And Kyrgios versus Wawrinka. Djokovic versus Federer, okay, and Kyrgios versus Wawrinka, okay. Oh, so you're saying Wawrinka beats this guy Zverev, okay. I expected much more from Monfils on that match. Yeah, he was definitely like a favorite, at least based on the rankings. Is it too late to start at 15? Well, depends what's your what's your goal. What do you want to achieve with tennis? Like, it's never too late for anything. Of course, if you're aiming for, if you're thinking about becoming a professional playing at the ATP top level, it's gonna be really tough because all the players who started before that, they have so much more advantage now. Some of the players, they start playing tournaments at the age of 7 or 8. So if you think about it, that's like 7 or 8 more years of experience of playing tournaments. It's very tough to make it up after. So, but you never know. And these days we saw this like tennis wonders, like Yannick Sinner. I heard a story about him that he actually was a professional skier, and then he just like switched to tennis at a very late age, which is like almost like I cannot even believe it. It's like it's like almost impossible, but you see it can happen. But you have to be like super talented. You have to be like 1 in millions, but it's always possible. Thanks for answering the question. I don't know if it's too far of reach, but would you be down to hit with me sometimes? It'd be an absolute honor. Definitely. Why not? If we meet somewhere, if the roads take us to the same place, always up for a hit. Do you have ITF ranking? Nope. If you mean ITF under 18, I'm a little bit older than that. I'm almost 34 now, so that would be. But if you mean like ITF, this the first level of ATP tournaments, I don't have a ranking, but I hope I will play some tournaments. I want to get back on the list for sure. I'm like so excited. I miss playing. I want to do it, and I hope this year, some things will change. Maybe I will get more active and travel a bit more, and hopefully there will be some windows, time windows. I can play some tournaments, futures and challengers. Cameron says, I want Sangren to beat Federer so bad. Love Federer, but the underdog energy is so good. Yes, I agree. Even though I also love Federer, but it's always nice to see this, so-called upcoming guys. I mean, Sangren has been there for a while, but as I mentioned in my posts on Instagram, I feel that his time is still coming. Like his peak. I think he just needs that click. Because he's just like, I think he's super talented and physically wise, like he's ready to be there in the top. And I think it's just a matter of time. Maybe this is a tournament where he can make some, he can do some damage. He already did. I mean, he beat some much higher ranked players. Do you think Zverev will have a good year? Honestly, it's always tough to predict about Alexander's performance because he had so many ups and downs, and he has just shown that he's not so stable as like the other top guys. This is what he's missing, like that's small ingredient, to
Oi.
become one of the really top guys. Even though he has all the weapons, he has everything, all the like arsenal, and he just needs to get a bit more stable, more consistent. Maybe this will come with age, as he gets a bit more mature, and maybe focuses much more on the court, on the game itself. Uh, Possible, but you never know. You cannot really predict with him. I don't think anyone can make this you know uh, prediction for him. Do you get blisters when you play? I got a huge one today, and it gets so annoying. Liam, hey Liam, what's up? Thanks for joining us and always being there. Uh, Big fan, and thanks so much for all the support. Blisters, of course. Talking about blisters right here. You see this one? This is huge. So this is on my right and even on the left. So when you're, two-hander, when you play a two-hander, it's, your left hand is not uh, resting, it's not safe. So yeah, so I do have blisters, as you can see, and but for me it doesn't really bother me. I don't even use a tape. Maybe I should. Maybe I should use some creams, make it a bit softer. Also on my feet, I do have blister there, and that's a bit of a problem. Maybe need to take care more of that. But in my case, I spend now like 7-8 hours every day, and playing and coaching, so it's really tough. I think every tennis player who spends more time on the court has problems with this. So there is no way around it, Liam. So you got to deal with it. I'm really small, like Diego Schwartzman. Anything to improve serve, it is really hard to not make any double faults after I got somehow tired. Oh, that's an interesting question, and I haven't really thought about it so much in that way. Even though it's like I'm very aware of it, and almost you would think it's not fair. You have these giants, these very tall guys, on the tour, and they're serving from the third floor. So for them, it's like super easy to, produce this big serves like missiles, and then you have the players who are a bit shorter, and for them it's much tougher. Advice for the serve in your case: definitely you need to get more rotation on it for the double faults. Try to get more clearance over the net. This is very obvious. Going for some more kick and slice, and yeah, trying to get as much reach as you can. Get your toss right. Go up there. Don't drop your tossing arm too early. And practice. Just practice more. Make sure you well, of course it depends how serious you are of a player, how often you train, but definitely extra serving will help. Are you Chinese? Of course I'm not. I don't know if I look like, maybe like my eyes like here. Definitely not Chinese. I'm Serbian. How old is Yannick Sinner? I don't know how to spell it. I think yeah, it's a tough question. 17, 18 maybe. I know he's super young. Uh, get an adult buggy whip. That's what I did. Yeah, bro, I was born a good player. I want to be at high level. I'm starting at 15. I was born a good player. I want to be at high level. Well, if you think you have great talent, then go for it, of course. But you got to go all in, like 100% everything. Uh, you're Serbian, yeah. Yep. Born and raised in Serbia, Southeast Europe. It was ex-Yugoslavia. Who will win the Nadal Kyrgios match? Zach, good question, and great topic. I would like to hear also your opinions here. Uh, Honestly, I would say my first intuition, it tells me like Nadal is a favorite here, and Kyrgios had this like amazing matches, like maybe he he used all his like energy, used up, all his energy, and like this maybe mentally get exhausted. But with this guy, you never know. Like he's so talented, and like his approach, his attitude, like he almost doesn't care. So you would think that he will be again prepared, again ready. But Nadal really showed that he's on top of everyone here, like winning like so easily and so confident. I think he will start this match as usual, with super high intensity, and I think will try to play his game, use his big forehand, his movement, try to stretch Kyrgios a bit, because I think Nick is good when he has the balls, the shots in his reach. But if Nadal starts to use the court more, like as he usually does, uh, use the full width of the court and even wider. Like when you watch Nadal, you always think the court is wider than it actually is, because of all the angles he comes up with. So it's gonna be interesting also, like their mental game between two of them. If Kyrgios will do some those some of those moments, underarm serves or something, like, or some gestures, whatever. But I don't think anything can like throw out Nadal, from his focus, from his routines. Very well that he's always locked in. Nick versus Nole in the final would be so good. Nole will teach him a lesson. That's a good one. Great comment. I like that. I agree. That would be very, very sweet finals. Would you consider coaching pros? Yes, for sure, Liam. And this is my maybe sort of a goal. In the next period, I would really like to get more involved. On the pro circuit. Of course, first I will try, and I'm sure I will make it to go for more tournaments. To play and help players. Warm up, like be around as a hitting partner, and hopefully, it will help me, lead maybe to start a bit different. Don't want to say job. It's just like because I just cannot call it job. It's just literally my biggest passion, and I'm so lucky that I actually do it every day, and I do it for a living now at the moment. So yes, of course, I would really like to, maybe get invited to some team, team of some professional player, being ATP or WTA. I can even start with ITF players. I don't mind. I just want to be out there and help players reach their best level and get more active on the tour. Are you still playing in pro tournaments? Arjun Rajaram. Is that good spelling? I am trying to, but as being a coach, and also I'm doing all this videos, and it's really time consuming, but many more tournaments, and starting with this season, some tournaments. How's your day going, Henry Park? It's cool. It's been awesome. I did some work on Instagram. I made some posts, and today here is officially no working day. It's actually holiday, but it's also this virus thing going on with this coronavirus, and the government actually shut down everything. So there will be no trainings for me in next few days. So I think I will be a bit more active here, for example. 1 second of thinking. So by far. Do you believe that professional tennis players can benefit from a 100% vegetarian vegan diet? Professional tennis players benefit. He must be one of the fittest and best. Is Shanghai affected by virus? I think it is. Actually, it is for sure, because I went outside yesterday, and 90%, 95% of people that you see on the streets or anywhere, wearing the masks like this. So it's a little bit scary, like when you see that, you think it's like like a disaster. It's like, and you almost get a bit panicked, but then you realize it's very small number. Like I think for Shanghai, how many affected?
54.
Just affected, right?
Yeah.
So in Shanghai, there are 54 affected people with the virus, and if you don't know, Shanghai has, I think, more than 30 million people. So the percentage of affected people is like miserably small, but still, you have to be super cautious. So uh, that's why we also wear the masks. Where are you from? Which city? How often you go to Serbia? We talk in English so that other people can also understand. I think Kiris can win it. Oh my God, so many comments. I think Kiris can win it. He's been focused almost the entire tournament, and Nadal's one hell of a fighter. I think Kiris in 5. Okay, that's a good prediction. Always possible. As I said, and these guys, they play on such a high level, and Kyrgios has beaten Nadal, I think, 3 times before out of 7. So almost like 50-50. Are you a football soccer fan? If what team do you support? Not really. Nuez. Uh, Not really. I just didn't watch that many, games, soccer games. Maybe before, I used to watch like Serbian soccer, like just like when our like nation is playing, like for some like world championship or something. But lately, really not. I don't have so much time for this. Like if I have any free time, I will use it for, for TENFITMEN and definitely tennis. Have you ever trained with Nadal or Federer? Nope, nope. So that's something that I would really like to achieve, and maybe get to the point where I can also step on the court with those 2 players. That would be also amazing. Joker versus Nadal in the final, I predict, but my man is Roger. I feel you. Barty versus Halep in women's. Okay, that sounds reasonable. I got Kvitova for women's and Djokovic for men's. The reverse forehand wraps the ball very, very tight to allow Nadal to do these shots with it. The reverse forehand wraps the ball very tight. I like the way you describe all the shots, German slice, and of course, I read all of your comments, on the YouTube videos. It definitely looks like that you have some knowledge. Are you playing yourself like daily? Have you been playing professionally? What's your story? Uh, you can explain a bit more. What do you mean? A reverse forehand wraps. Reverse forehand. Do you mean because he has such extreme grip? What do you think about slow balls? Very hard play for Roger. What do you think about slow balls? Nick, slow balls. You mean like if the rhythm is changed with some slices, you think uh, that if somebody changes the pace with Roger, it gives him difficulties? I'm not sure. I think Roger can, manage anything on the court. Are you good friends with Novak? Uh, sort of, I can say. It's not like being super close that we talk every day, but definitely, sometimes we exchange some messages. And of course, when you have somebody like that, and like he's like making these big results almost like every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, like you could like literally, send him messages and all this, like and all the support all the time. But I don't feel to do. I don't feel to do like that, but every time, we meet, it's always nice. And of course I'm super excited to, to see him, talk to him, and his future ideas. He's always open, and he always has many like suggestions. So just amazing, champion on and off the court. Who's the guy you said started late playing tennis and is very good now? Yannick Sinner. I think I think he started. He was skiing. He was doing skiing before, but I don't know the whole story. Maybe he did tennis also before that. I'm not sure. So don't hold me on that. Don't hold my word. But I think I know, like for some, like the tennis legends. I think it was Pete Sampras who started. I think at the age of 12 or 13, something like this, and he went to become one of the greatest ever. Uh, that's what I ask myself every single day. Uh, no, I'm kidding a little bit. Yes, it was 4 years ago, actually, 2016, almost 4 years now, when I got offer from my friend. Actually, he just forwarded me uh, the offer that he got. He was not able to come here to Shanghai, and I never expected, I never planned, to come here. But yeah, I took the chance, and I came. I came here. I checked it out. I wanted to see how everything looks like, and since then I've been here. I think it really opened up many doors for me. Starting from the Shanghai Masters, I'm so grateful for that. So if I didn't come here, I would never have this opportunity. Probably, maybe like I would end up some other place. It would turn out in different ways, but still, like I'm super happy for that. Favorite Grand Slam and why? I would say Roland Garros. Uh, Paris. Uh, Red clay court. For me, this is always like the real tennis. I grew up on red clay, and as most of the European players, apart from the British players. But yeah, same for Nole and all the Serbian players. We all train mostly on red clay, and I think this is the surface that kind of uh, pushes you to play uh, sort of like a real tennis. It's you really have to earn the point. Uh, it can be also more interesting. It's You can use drop shots more. You can use slices. The points can get a bit longer. Uh, there's sliding and all this. So watching Roland Garros for me, it's always a bit special, and it's my dream, to go there. And I was actually in touch with uh, the manager of the hitting team for Roland Garros. Okay, maybe I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, they one of the ideas is if I could maybe go there as well and be a hitting partner at Roland Garros, that's a kind of like a new dream for me, and we'll see. Um, Leave China now. Hello from Buenos Aires. Hello. Actually, my best friend is there with his girlfriend, actually fiance. Uh, oh, fiance, yeah. Boris. So if you see him, say hi. How is it there? Like I saw the picture, it's amazing. Stay safe from the virus. Djokovic needs you for Shanghai. I will do my best. Love you, really is the training. Thank you. Chris, hate to be bothered, but there was kind of delay on your answer to my question about the stance on 100% with yeah, I said that I think that diet, 100% vegan, is definitely beneficial for the professional tennis players. If you just consider Novak Djokovic, so nothing much else to say there. I think it says enough that the world like the best player ever, potentially in history, he's using this diet, doing professional doubles. I agree. I think that's a good call, good suggestion. Temporary temperature change balls in night is slow, day fast. Okay, Nick. Temperature change balls. Yes, day when it's a heat, the balls are harder and bouncing, and the night it gets slower. Definitely, this makes a big difference, and I think Novak also mentioned this in the interview. For his next match against Raonic, because they asked him about how he sees the match. He said depends when they play. It's a big difference. So for sure, for Nola it would be better if they play at night. It's slower. The same goes for other players like who likes faster play. I think Roger and everybody who plays faster tennis. Rafa also mentioned like he likes Australia, especially during the day. With the heat and the balls are heavier and faster. But many of the players, they actually complain about the balls the actual balls now there, I don't know which one they use, that they get slow very fast. So that's another factor there. Started playing tennis 6 months ago. How long will it take to hit a good level, like heavy ball beating, etc.? BAZZ. Uh, Again, it really depends. Have you played other sports? What's your fitness level? How passionate you are? But in general, tennis is very, very difficult. It goes very slow. Like the improvement is a very long process. Like learning to play tennis is a long process. You have to, you know, get that mindset. Don't expect you're gonna start playing pro in 1 year, 2 years, at least a couple of years. And it also depends how often you play. Like we cannot really talk about it if we don't know details. Like if you play uh, twice a week, or if you play every day, or if you play once in 2 weeks, it's a huge difference. So I just tried to go to your website. It seems like there's some weird stuff happening. Are you still using your website? Thanks, Ben. Yes, I know I need to take care of that more, and I'm looking now for the people who will join 10 Fitmen team, and then we'll have a bit more uh, you know sorted out, starting from the website. I know there was some kind of I don't know, some problem with certain pages there, but yes, you are right. Like I was not too active with the website because mostly I was doing the videos, and these other social media platforms. I need to definitely get more active on our website, and we have many ideas there. And I hope soon, within a couple of months, there will be a big change, and everything should get to the next level. So looking forward to that. Not played every single day in matches, but had 5 years under a former Boletieri coach. Nice, that's cool. And got the reverse forehand from that former top 100 ATP pro. That's cool. German slice, former top 100 ATP pro. That's cool. German slice, yeah. Sounds like a good level. Are you still playing active? Are you like still passionate enough, fit enough, to play some tournaments? Because I see their passion is there, so don't let it go. Like you should stay there. What do you think about the Potro new surgery? Taller, I don't know. This actually, I don't know much about it, so I cannot say. I feel very sad if that's the truth. If he needs to go under another surgery. I'm British and I grew up on city, on clay and hard court. Different areas have different courts. Yes, I know that actually because I lived in London, actually in a suburb. I lived there for a year and a half, and in my academy there, Wimex Academy, and yeah, in this occasion I say hi to all the coaches there, especially Andrew Foster. We call him Foz, amazing coach. We had there also like hard courts and clay courts mixed. But I think this is great. It's very good if you could mix the surfaces. I think it makes you a more complete player because then you learn how to play on both. While playing only on let's say hard courts, I think you lose that ability to learn how to build the points. On hard courts everything is fast. You learn to play quick tennis, and maybe you can kind of balance. You can learn how to build a point. You can learn how to play a faster tennis. So I think that's good. What do you think about the forehand of Medvedev? I think it's as unique as the whole game he has, and himself. Like everything is so unique. I think it's very good. It always looks like so effortless and heavy at the same time, which is it's also the trait of most of the pros. It looks so easy, and then the ball is actually very heavy. I think his forehand is though like more traditional. Like in comparison to his backhand, which is completely unorthodox shot. You might know as well. It has some like weird like side spin or even back spin, whereas the forehand is has a top spin. So if you play on clay in Britain, it's all Astro, hard, and carpet. Yeah, they have different surfaces. What do you think about Jerzy Jankovic potential comeback to the tour? Looks like everyone forgot about his success. Janovic. I don't know if you spell correctly. I remember a huge serve. I'm always like excited to see players coming back to the tour, like, and always feeling sad if somebody is retiring. Like now we had Carolina Wozniacki, like retiring. It's always sad, when you have some players leaving the game. Can you please tell how to handle players who hit too fast, 1 meter, 2 meters more? And just try to look how these pros are playing. Some of them are staying like 4 or 5 meters behind the baseline. So if you do that, you will give yourself more time, or you simply practice more, like playing on the baseline those like fast balls. You can do it in practice. But in general, like I would say, if the game gets too fast, if it becomes too fast for you, you want to try to slow down the game. You try to put some slices, like some floating slices, or maybe change the depth of the balls, like try to break the rhythm. What level of tennis were you at the age of 14? I want to compare myself to player like you. Age of 14, I was on my rise. I still didn't reach my highest level because I also started a bit late. I would say, like, officially, I started training in the club, in the group, when I was 9.5. So some players were a little bit ahead of me already. So for the first tournaments at the age of maybe 11, 12, I was losing a lot. So at the age of 14, I was slowly, getting there. But I think I played my best in the juniors when I was around 16, 17, 18 maybe. This is where I reached the number 2 in the country. And actually at that point, Nole was behind me on the ranking list in Serbia, but this is more because he played more international tournaments. So at the age of 14, not the highest level, I will still say top 10, 15 in the country. You're welcome for answering. And I'm off. I'll stay safe. Yes. What do you think will win? Nick, Kyrgios or Rafa? I said Rafa is slightly favorite in my eyes. Ben, I have been recommending your channel a ton of people. Thank you so much. You're super inspirational, and your videos, training, and pros with your commentary are perfect. Thanks so much. I really appreciate that. Looking forward to you getting the next level in both your game and your business. Thanks a lot. Really means so much. Here. What's your height? I'm 15 and I'm 6'1". I want to be at least 6'3", 6'4". I'm 6'3". I'm sure you will get to that height. That's a nice height, decent height for tennis. How do you become a hitting partner to all the big names? Benjamin, we made some videos on that, so we have a couple of videos. It's like a series. If you type in like interviews and TENFITMEN, you will see them. There is the whole story behind, but it definitely starts from my club here, and one of the members, he's a director of Shanghai Masters. I was super lucky, not just to meet him, but lucky that he liked me, as a person, as a player. And slowly, by time, it didn't happen immediately. Like, I happened to know him for a couple of years, and then he simply invited me, to maybe try, to join the team, and it worked out very well. I found the reverse finish to be devastating the ball. It holds the ball quick over the net court, especially off low balls. Yes, I agree. German slice. How do you feel about Sharapova getting all the hate for doping? I feel like it's necessary, in my opinion, and it seems she regrets it. I cannot say much about the dopings. I'm totally against it, but still, like one part of me still believes that some of the pros are, taking some substances. Maybe, I don't know if they're allowed or not, maybe are unknown. I feel like, my opinion is like, these those top players, they have the whole team behind. It's like the whole medical team. I don't know. They all seem like superhumans. I don't want to say like they're all like super talented and like amazing players. Sometimes you just feel like they have something that gives them this extra energy, extra ability to focus. I don't know, whatever it is, but it's definitely bad for the sport if this. There's some fails on the doping test. Currently training with a guy for operation with interclub with insurance a week at the moment, so I give him top boss. That sounds great. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'm gonna wrap up this first live, and I'm super excited it works. And from now on, I will try my best, to get online whenever I can. And thank you, all of you, everyone, for joining. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for all the questions. And keep playing this amazing game. Keep watching this Australian Open. I'm glad we had some conversation here. It's very interesting. It also helps me, to kind of get some ideas, and also I'm also learning as well. Hope you all also get some like inspiration and maybe learn something new here. And definitely we'll do it again. Looking forward to that. You can disguise the forehand. We have some new comments. Okay. Forehand there was finish me delivery. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Thank you everyone again. I'll see you soon.